Hey you guys, it's that time. Pick a story where in one of the decks or all of the decks could be a story or a message for you. So what I like for you guys to do is to pause the video and just kind of focus and see which deck is resonating with you. And then we'll go ahead and begin with deck number one. All right, you have the Seven of Cups, the Three of Coins, the Knight of Wands, the High Priestess, the Five of Coins. Overall energy, Five of Swords, Six of Swords, and the Moon. Okay. So, seems that there's some things going on where almost like maybe you're having to question whether or not you're imagining things, or is somebody really looking at you funny? Did you detect some sort of tone in somebody's voice, or is that in your head? Whatever's been going on, I feel like maybe you've been feeling, very defensive, and you're trying to stay calm. Maybe you're aware that, you've been a little bit on the edge. So you're trying not to accuse everyone of being your enemy, or being against you. But it kind of feels that way. I feel like there's some clash of opinions going on. Maybe you've been getting into disagreements with people because they don't get you, you don't get them, and you both just kind of keep your distance because you just don't get each other. It also could be some kind of misunderstanding or miscommunication, a situation where people are saying the same things, but it just doesn't sound like it. Like that's not what you're hearing. And whatever you're saying, no matter how kindly you say it, no matter how aggressively you say so, it's just being misconstrued. That's not how it's being received from people or somebody. So yeah, you might feel like you're on a defense, or you're having to walk on eggshells. Maybe you don't know really who's on your side or who to trust. And again, it does look like maybe you're dealing with some sort of emotional judgment. Your judgment could be clouded by your emotions. And so you're just kind of like trying to hold back and maybe trying to make sure that you're seeing things from all sides before you make some sort of judgment call. But it does seem like there's a lot of confusion, and you really don't know who to trust. Everybody just seems to be looking at you funny. Or maybe it seems like people are talking about you, or you can hear things. Maybe you've had a dream, and that dream is making you side-eye somebody, where maybe that dream is accurate, but misinterpreted. Maybe, you dreamed about your friend and your friend is being shady to you in the dream. And so you're just kind of like, I don't trust my friend. And what it might be is that their friend is the one saying something about you and they were speaking in your defense. Like, I don't know, like you picked up on something, but maybe the way it was translated in your dream it confuses you. So you don't really know who to trust. In a love situation, I feel like maybe there's distance between you and your partner. I feel that trust issues are a factor. Really, if the relationship is built on a foundation without trust, then it may likely fall apart. I don't know, maybe this person cheated before or lied to you before. And so because of that, now you can never look at this person the same, and you're having a hard time sustaining a balanced relationship because of that. Maybe you find yourself always having to check someone's phone, or constantly having someone repeat themselves so that they can backtrack or make sure that their story is adding up. And it might get exhausting. Maybe the person is becoming exhausted. And it definitely seems like it could lead to, a breakup because both parties just end up feeling unheard, unappreciated. It just seems like there's a loss of faith. There could be some health issues going on as well. Anything from depression to gas. I feel that someone is trying to rebuild something, rebuild their health, eat differently, take certain things out. It's kind of like you're having to try different things, move things around, and you're like, okay, that didn't work. Let me rearrange this. It's kind of like moving pieces of a puzzle around, trying to see what's working for you. And it does seem like at this point, maybe there is disappointment because you have not found a solution to a problem. Same thing for career or finances. I feel like you're trying to work with what the universe has given you, or you're trying to resolve whatever issues that you can, but you still end up feeling like it's not working. Maybe you just started a job and you're like, well, I just started this job. Before I just say I hate it, let me give it a chance. And you just still feel displaced, or like it's not really your thing. You're just trying. Maybe you're talking to your coworkers and you're listening, but you're I'm not really jiving with these people. But you're just trying. But when you go home after you sit down and think about everything, you're laying down, looking at the ceiling. You're just I really don't think I like this job. I don't think I'm going to stay at this job. I'm trying to make the best of it. I don't like it. Something's going on where you just kind of feel like maybe you're just going to cut your losses. And, it didn't work out. Let's find something else. There is a fear of being a failure. Maybe you don't want to tell people that you feel like you made some kind of mistake. feel like you're suffering in silence because you don't know who your enemies are, and maybe you don't want people rejoicing in your failures. So you're just kind of like not talking about something that you're going through that's kind of heavy. I feel like there has been a lot of changes in your life too that you just don't like. You're like, I don't like the changes. I like the way things were before. I don't like this new situation. Mm, hmm. You also might feel let down by your intuition. Um, Maybe you feel like, why didn't I pick this up? Or why did I think that this was okay? Like something's going on where maybe you're disappointed in your own judgment. Mm. If you're a dreamer, you might be having a lot of dreams that, I don't know, maybe aren't the best. You're like, I don't like these dreams, or what do these dreams mean? Hmm. In love, there is a possibility that someone wants to start over, but maybe they feel like they burned the bridges and there's no returning. But this person is suffering. They miss you. They want to reach out to you, but they just feel like they can't. They maybe feel like they are a mess up, or they keep messing things up, or they keep missing these opportunities to connect with you. Mm, Maybe you can't trust a fire sign, or this person doesn't trust you, so they've pushed you away. Mm. Also, someone is either ghosting you or not communicating with you, and you don't understand why, because you feel like this is your soulmate. Um, and you're like, what was said in the last conversation that we had? Like, did I put them off? Like, you're asking, you might be blaming yourself for someone ghosting you, but they're at fault too. I feel like even if you did say something unintentional, um, it's not fair for that person to not let you know, so that you can have an opportunity to correct it, or, just whatever. So there is pride in a way coming from both ends. Mm, hmm. I feel like something is just very confusing. Mm. You might be trying to figure out if you can trust someone, or maybe you're trying to figure out if this person is playing mind games, or trying to see what someone's agenda is. If someone passed away, feel like there's questions about a person's death. Maybe something about a person's death was suspicious or isn't adding up, whether this person died in a car accident or was found in a car, or they went to see someone and never came back, or just something weird. And it does seem like there's a lot of questions maybe surrounding someone's death. I don't know too if you are somehow tied into it or if you are the investigator trying to figure out what happened, like you're just being affected by it. Now, if you are creative and in a sense that you use your imagination for certain things, whether you're a writer or a director, some form of storytelling, even like an actor, performer, I kind of feel like you are doubting your craft. You're like, am I really good at this? Especially whenever you get stuck or feel like a block. You can't really get into character. You can't really finish writing those pages. You can't seem to get the shot or the scene that you're looking for, and you start to question your own talent. If you are having trouble creatively, maybe you just need to take some sort of a break so that you can regroup. Also, you might have to edit. Sometimes as a writer, and I'm sure this would go for a director too, you might be in love with something you wrote, a scene that you wrote, that just isn't working. And you have to get rid of that whole scene so that you can keep the story flowing. Same thing with the director. Maybe you love something that you got on film. It's a beautiful shot, but it doesn't make sense in a film anymore. And you just have to delete it. There seems to be some stress or anxiety in regards to a water sign, an air sign, or both. Maybe you can't stop thinking about one of these people, or they can't stop thinking about you. I do feel too that someone is in the way or clouding your judgment. I feel like you are trying to see something, and then it's kind of like somebody keeps popping up in your field of view. And you're like, why do you like move? Somebody's kind of like an eye floater. It's like, move. Like you keep popping up every time I look this way or that way. And maybe you start to wonder if this person is intentionally doing this, or I don't know, you're wondering why this person just keeps getting in your way. You might be having some sort of premonition about a fire sign. Now, I feel like somebody also has a secret, but holding the secret in might be taking a physical toll on the body. It's making someone physically ill to keep holding back the secret. It also could be that someone has a secret about their health. They're sick. Now, I also get that you have a secret admirer, and this person is maybe lovesick, but their pride keeps them back, or a relationship that they're stuck in. I'm hearing the name Feel for somebody. Seems like you're also not getting some kind of needed support, whether it's financial support or emotional support. Seems like you're not receiving it. I don't know, too, if you feel cut off from society or your friends. Something maybe has you feeling like an outcast. If you are in a bad situation, and I feel that you are welcoming change, or you're hoping that there is some sort of change for the better coming. All right, so let's move on to deck number 2. All right, you have the Ace of Swords, the Star, 9 of Wands, 5 of Cups, Knight of Swords, overall energy, the Hermit, 4 of Swords, and King of Pentacles. Okay. So I'm getting the energy of isolation, maybe boredom. Kind of feels like you are just staying away from people or just staying to yourself. Maybe you're having to do some sort of research, or you just want to understand your life. You could also literally be in school and learning. Kind of seems like you're also looking for answers or looking for information. And I do feel that something's going to be revealed to you. You are going to find the answer or the clarity that you're needing. You might be going down some kind of rabbit hole, like you need to know the truth about something, and then it gets revealed to you. You also might find yourself sharing some sort of information, especially if you're on social media, but a part of you is also nervous about what it is that you're sharing. In a love situation, I feel like somebody's looking for you or they're trying to find you. And it does seem like someone finds you. Feels like someone might reach out to you. Maybe they're calling you or they're requesting your friendship or they decide to follow you. But I don't feel like you're being receptive to whoever this is. Something seems unrequited. It could be someone that you used to think about, but now you've moved on. So it's no big deal when this person reaches out to you and then they feel like they messed up because they are aware that they waited too long or that they allowed their own insecurities to get in the way of them having what they wanted. I kind of feel like somebody is sharing openly about some things. Someone is being transparent. Now, this could be going back to your energy, like maybe you are feeling the need to be vulnerable or transparent about something. Seems like you're exposing your insecurities. You might be talking about, you know, the trials and tribulations that you've been going through, the disappointments that you've gone through. You might feel like you need to share your disappointments with other people to help not only them, but to help lift off whatever heavy burden that you've been carrying. I kind of feel like you're trying to restore your faith or trying to restore faith in other people. There could be some significant things in regards to an air sign and an earth sign. If you are in a long distance relationship, maybe something's going on where it's not working anymore. You start to feel like it's not going to work. You're like, we're too far apart. We need to be together for this to work. Like something's going on where maybe a relationship isn't working out because it's long distance and you guys haven't been able to find the time for each other or find a way to like make it work. You could also be coming off a little cold and distant from people. Maybe you're just trying to protect your space. Kind of feels like you also want to get away or escape your situation. either you feel disappointed about the truth, or people don't like, or people feel bad about what you're sharing as your truth. Maybe people are feeling sorry for you. Uh, hmm. Seems like you're also having to revisit a past issue. You're having to talk about it. If you've been trying to hold back from saying certain things, um, maybe you're like, I can't hold back anymore. I have to share this. I have to talk about this. Something requires a lot of courage. Somebody might be announcing their divorce, and maybe is having to swallow their pride because they were really trying to work on it, or thought the relationship had been fixed. Maybe this person knew a lot of people were rooting for them, and it's just like, I have to tell them it didn't work. Now, it also looks like the universe is trying to help you with something, but you don't really trust what the universe is sharing with you, or you don't believe it. You don't trust the synchronicities that you're seeing, or I don't know, it feels like the universe is trying to help you, but you're suspicious about the source or where it's coming from. Hmm. Spiritually, I feel like somebody is an angel, somebody who passed away. They're like your guardian angel now. This person or their spirit follows you. They're trying to protect you. You might think something is bad when it's actually good or for your protection. Mm, hmm. Yeah. I don't know. I just keep feeling like maybe there's a family member that is watching over you, trying to heal you. Okay, so another thing I'm just now picking up is healing from a distance. Maybe someone is praying for you from a distance, or you have been praying for somebody, or maybe somebody's been doing Reiki, and you feel kind of suspicious because all you're picking up on is that somebody is doing something in secret towards you. Maybe you're just assuming it's evil eye or something, but somebody might actually be trying to heal you. You could also be guilt tripping or beating yourself up about past mistakes. Try not to be looking at your failure or focusing so much on your failures. You could be using your past failures as a crutch not to move forward with something, including like relationships. Maybe you're like, oh, all my relationships failed. I'm just going to stay single. And that's kind of like a crutch. It's like, no, there's still genuine love out there, or different people or connections to experience, but you're not trusting that right now. Yeah. Again, going back to speaking your mind, I feel like there are things that you want to say. Um, you're afraid to say it. You say things a little bit at a time, um, just to kind of see the response you'll get. You might have a fear of rejection for being yourself. Haven't heard this name in a while. I'm hearing Oliver. So I do feel that someone feels like they made a mistake with their soulmate or let somebody get away. Or you are having these, somebody is like feeling like, oh, I was myself around them and that's the only person that I ever felt like myself around, and they're not here, or I let them go, or it's too late for us. My ego got in the way. So I don't know. I kind of feel like maybe someone is, in a sense, being humbled because now they understand, or they didn't get it at the time. But somebody's like having these thoughts about this person made me happy. And like I said, maybe you're the one having thoughts about somebody like this. You're like, that person really made me happy. And, that felt like my best friend. Yeah, you might be feeling emotional about somebody. Could be about a water sign, or maybe a water sign feels this way about you. Also, it could be that somebody regrets choosing a water sign over you. I heard somebody say I was young. So something also could have happened like a long time ago. Somebody might come to you with a message about somebody. The messenger might either be an air sign or an earth sign, but I just kind of feel like this person has a message for you. And it's, I don't know, you trying to figure out, like, should you trust this message? Or does this person know what they're talking about? also hearing something about point you in, I guess, like the right direction. So I don't know, somebody's trying to give you, someone is trying to point you in the right direction. Seems like you're also having to either show tough love or set boundaries with somebody that you care about. Maybe you're trying to help push somebody to do better. Yeah. All right, so let's move on to deck number 3. We have the Emperor, Queen of Wands, the Hermit, the Lovers, Six of Wands, overall energy, Page of Cups, Eight of Wands, and Nine of Swords. Okay. I feel like there was something that you couldn't stop thinking about. Almost like you kept hearing voices, or you were like, oh my God, I need to say something. I feel like you were thinking, it was a lot on your mind, and you were avoiding something or in denial of what you were hearing or seeing. And then it looks like you decided to just say it or express it, or maybe you had to confront someone or a situation. And I feel like whatever it was that was like in your mind, like you got it out, you expressed it, and now you feel so much better. Someone also might find your thoughts refreshing. Your thoughts or your honesty, they might feel like this is refreshing. This is a breath of fresh air. Whatever has been plaguing you, or whatever's been consuming you or controlling you, something's going on now where you've taken your power back, and I feel like you're back on top, or you have more control. You have something under control now. And I kind of feel like you feel powerful, or you feel empowered. Something's giving you like this calm strength. You have like this sense of knowing. Something has you feeling invincible. I just feel like you feel like you've mastered something or conquered something, and you're like, nothing can knock me down, nothing can defeat me. You might in a sense feel like you control the world, or at least your world, your reality. You're like, this is my world, this is my realm, I control it. Career-wise, you might be more attracted to entrepreneurship, or being an independent contractor, or just working by yourself or working alone. Maybe you work better alone outside of a group. Maybe you're more suited to be a leader. If you don't like leading people, it's still about you being in charge of your own life, that is what you need. You need that. Also, if you felt like you lost control of your home, it just seems like you've got control of your home again. In love, I feel that there's two people who are very strong and independent. Excuse me, both have strong individual personalities, but you respect each other. There could be occasional power struggles, but I'm getting more of the energy of two people who are loving and supportive towards each other. Both of you respect each other's space. Both of you, there is no jealousy, like, or insecurity when somebody wants to go out with their friends. It's like, go have fun. I hope you enjoy yourself. I'll be here when you come home. You know, and it's like the both of you respond in that manner when one of you goes out is support, which is what you're needing. I feel like maybe you're connecting with someone who you're on the same wavelength with. Or if you're in a relationship, maybe this is the energy that it is. Now, also, if you are in a relationship, there is still something going on where one of you is feeling torn about a situation. It is possible that somebody is trying to come in between you and your loved one by giving them a lot of attention in areas that maybe you don't, or they're looking for a weakness in your relationship so they can enter. If your foundation is strong, I don't feel like you have to worry about anything. But if your relationship was already on the rocks or crumbling, then, you know, I feel like this person is going to find that vulnerable spot to prey on. If two single people are coming together, it's like one or both of you is still at a crossroads, and it's like you could go down this route with this person, or maybe you're going to choose career, or maybe, you know, it's just like you're having to choose. Another thing I'm interpreting is that you could have intentionally been trying to remain single or to yourself. You're like, I'm not even looking for a relationship. I'm all about discovering who I am. You know, this is my journey. Me. And it's like the minute you feel comfortable alone, you know, someone finds you, or you find each other, and it's kind of like they were sent to purposely disrupt you from that path that you were on. It's like, okay, enough singleness, like you and this person need to do something together. It's part of a bigger plan, or you need somebody to help you with this bigger plan. Like, you know, you did everything that you needed to do on your own. Now you need a partner. So it could be that the universe is sending you a partnership, you know, whether it's a reward or, like I said, I really feel like it's a bigger purpose. It's not just about the two of you, even though when you first see each other, maybe it feels magical or like love at first sight. But you guys are actually emitting something out into the universe that is needed. Maybe you're coming together to bring hope to people, It's something going on where two people end up encouraging the masses, or bringing some sort of inspiration to the masses. Now, if this is not just like love related, maybe you're being guided to like a soul group where you guys are going to be very supportive of each other. And it still seems like there's something about the energies of these people coming together radiates happiness and inspiration. There could be something significant in regards to fire signs, especially Aries, Gemini, and Virgo, and water as well. You also might discover some sort of information, a book or a video that is just very enlightening. And it's going to help you in some way. You also might literally be trying to understand source, God, creation, reading the story of Adam and Eve, looking at it metaphorically and literally. I feel like I heard the name Edward. Edward or Waddle. I kind of feel like somebody is following someone's orders. Either you are following someone's orders or you are giving out instructions for people to follow. The order instruction, especially if in the military, it could be that the higher ranking person is giving you instructions. And it also seems that someone's plans are going to all fall into place. Someone has some sort of good strategy in place. And the right people to help execute this plan. I'm hearing something about ambassador. Someone might invite you to be like a brand ambassador. Somebody might be going out of their way to show that they don't have to conform to anybody's rules, but in a respectful way. I feel that somebody wants to be the breadwinner of their home. I do again get that feeling of power and someone feeling like they're on top of the world. Now, someone could also be watching things like Scarface, New Jack City, and some Marlon Brando movie. Someone also might be planning on being something for Halloween that is in alignment with those type of characters. Maybe someone is like a literal drug lord though. And they're like, I'm above the law. And they are. And I know people don't like to hear that, but astrologically, I do feel that there are certain placements that allow people to be kind of like above the law, where it's like they're restricted from going to places like jail. They're just meant to, and maybe it is, I don't know, maybe it's something to do with their karma. Maybe in a previous life, they, slaved and they didn't have access to something, or they took care of someone else like that. So in this life, they get to be in that position. I don't know. And I'm not really even getting it, although they could be, but I'm not getting like somebody is trying to be cruel or punish people, but I'm getting that someone is just well loved or very popular, and they're just able to get away with stuff. But in a love situation, someone does enjoy like being a breadwinner. That might be, how they express their love by taking care of their household. In a love situation, again, I'm getting the energy of maybe finding someone who feels like home, finding security in a connection with someone. If you have been looking for a place to live, you might literally find some place that is like your home and you're like, oh, this is my home. I do feel like there's still going to be something that's still going to be bittersweet. It's like finding everything or the very thing you needed and wanted, but it still comes with some pain or disappointment. Only thing I could think of off the bat is like, let's say you found the love of your life, but they're in another country, and it's just like, well, if you want to be together, either you're relocating or they are. And it's just like, it hurts, especially if someone loves where they live. So that's is some sort of sacrifice that might have to be made. The other thing I'm seeing is that it's about an ex. Like I said, well, that might have been the other reading, but it's something about an ex maybe feeling like they've been looking for you, or they found you, they missed you, they were happy when they were with you. I'm seeing a love connection that also is so intense that you might initially try to fight it, but it's like you can't escape it. I feel like something is beyond your control. It's like it's happening. It's like even if you build up a brick wall, the universe is going to crumble that wall so that you guys can see each other. If someone is trying to keep you apart from the person that you're meant to be with, I feel like that spell is going to be broken because something is meant to happen. It serves a higher purpose. Definitely could be some love at first sight vibes going on. Something could start off as intense physical attraction or lust and then develop into something authentic. Or this could be a late reaction or a late response to something or someone that was already in your face. Like you didn't see it at first, and now all of a sudden you see them for who they are and you love it. I feel like somebody is both courageous and nervous at the same time, especially if pursuing you. Like this person is both confident and nervous at the same time. Or maybe it's something that you're going after and you feel confident and nervous at the same time. But I'm getting that non-destructive energy, like something is happening, or like someone can't be stopped. They don't care what you throw at them. They're not stopping. Like if somebody had a car and somebody just kept like dismantling the car as they're driving, and I feel like somebody's gonna pick up the car and start running with their Flintstone feet. Like they're just like, I'm still gonna keep going. Like you took my tires and you took away my doors and I don't care. It's just I still got enough. I don't even need this. I'm getting out of here. I'm running on my feet. Like somebody is just like, they're gonna keep going after what they want regardless of what's stopping them. Now, it does kind of make me think of, in a literal sense, where somebody keeps getting shot at and they're like, I'm going to keep talking, or I'm going to keep pursuing this. I don't care. And I'm telling you, somebody does feel invincible, and it's almost like they are. Um, hmm. Someone also might come from a powerful bloodline. I'm thinking about um, 7 stars. I don't know enough information about that, but that might be something that you might want to look into. Might have some sort of significance, or a 7-pointed star, rather. Yeah. And I see you breaking barriers and overcoming obstacles in your life. So if you've been dealing with a lot of blockages or barriers, I feel like you're breaking through all of them. You're going to keep going until you have success. So I feel like you're meant to be victorious with something. All right, so hopefully these messages help. Feel free to leave your feedback. Thank you guys for watching. Sending love and grace.